Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So out come the Raiders and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Give him 10 yards there. And about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Watch him now, Barney.
A handoff to Penny. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit!
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will allow them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Gone, 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 gone.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wide open receiver complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead, not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Back to throw. Now to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So out come the Falcons now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Check 26, check 26. Over.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
4 down, 4 down. Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he almost gets this to the 30, taking